Welcome to another edition of PENSDOWN. On this platform, we sit with journalists and get to understand what they go through in the line of duty. We talk about their journalism journey. Today, I've been joined by a product of Ghana Institute of Journalism, who is an online journalist with the Despite Media Group, precisely peacefmonline.com. She has over a decade experience in reporting on the Ghanaian society, with specialization in health and social issues. Rebecca Addo Tetteh is my guest today. You're welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah. Great. How did you discover the journalist in you?
If it's even possible to say I was a journalist from my mother's womb, I would say it. Because I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be a news reader. Yeah, that was the specific one I wanted to be. Okay. You know, seeing people reading the news. I admire them, so I always wanted to be. I mean, if you ask my mother, what did your daughter want to be in future, from onset, I wanted to be a journalist.
Oh, I see. So that meant for you, your career path was cut out from a very young age.
Yeah.
How did you discover?
You know, my mother wanted me to be a nurse. Okay. Actually. My mother wanted me steps, but nah, I can't stand, I mean, going to theater and having surgery and looking at the blood. And so I just had to chart my own path.
How has it been for you, 10 years and more in journalism, doing online journalism? How has it been for you? Has there been a time you would have wished you chose something else?
I would not say I chose online journalism. I think online journalism chose me. Okay. You know, as I said from the onset, I wanted to be a news reader. Okay, but when we went to GIJ, and then it was time for internship. I mean, it was in groups, so we were assigned to Despite Media. I think I and a number of my friends. Okay. So we went to Despite Media, and then I think then Mr. Edward Fachi was the one in charge of the interns. So we were taken to him, and then he had to interview us. Okay. So he gave us an assignment, and then after the assignment, he marked, and I emerged top. I emerged the best. Okay. So, and then a friend of mine also came second. So the two of us were taken to online. Okay. I mean, according to him, we were good in the grammar and the English language. So he took us to online, PCFM online. Okay. And then the rest were taken to the newsroom. Yeah. So that was how it happened, and I ended up online. And it's been a wonderful journey so far. It's been a wonderful journey.
If you look back, you've done more than 10 years doing the same thing over and over and over again. Why haven't you ever gotten bored? Why haven't you ever said it's time to move to something else?
I mean, you might be tempted to get bored, but when you realize that, no, you are going to make a difference, you know, you are going to do something impactful, you are going to add up to something, that changes you on. I mean, it keeps you moving. Okay, it's not the same thing over and over again. There are, I mean, you can't do the same thing over and over again. You can't write the same stories over and over again. So it is up to you to make sure you don't get bored, to make sure you add up, you don't do the same things, you know. So it's just I would say it's up to you. Yeah, just as I said, it's up to you to make sure you always do something new every day.
If we should go back into time, 12 years, would you still choose journalism?
Yeah, 1,000 times more. I would choose journalism. I will seriously choose journalism, you know. And as I said, I don't know what else I'll be doing if I wasn't doing journalism. Okay. Probably, I don't know, but I like what I'm doing, especially as I said, when it comes to social issues and health issues, getting to meet people, helping them with their challenges, you know. So that is what I want to do, you see. So yeah.
What has been the most difficult assignment you've covered these years? The most difficult assignment?
Let me see. I would take it I would take it in a different way. I will not say going out an assignment, going out. Okay. I will stick to an inward assignment.
Okay.
You know, especially during the elections.
Okay.
During the elections, 2016, 2020, having to stay there day and night, waiting for the figures, making sure you don't miss any figure. You know, if you don't take care, you might go and give figures to some a candidate, and you mess up the whole. Yeah. So it's making sure you get everything right, and that is not an easy task. It's not an easy task at all. Yeah.
So let's look at, say, 2016 elections. How many days did you turn your office into your bedroom or your house?
I think we stayed there until the final declaration was made. We stayed there until the final declaration was made. At a point, we thought, oh no, this will end. And when you realize, no, it's not ending, there is more coming. So 2016, we stayed there more than 3 days. We stayed there more, as I said, we stayed until the declaration was made. And then we had to make sure we write stories, reactions from the candidates, the one who won, the one who lost, the reaction from the members of parliament and all that. So we spent more than 3 days there.
I see. Has there been an occasion where somebody has offered you money or anything material to compromise the details of any story you were doing?
No. I was going to say, no, I haven't received any money to compromise my writing. You know, and I don't think I would do it. I don't think I would give in money and I would have to change my story or write something which is not true to just because of money. That would be it will worry me. Like it will be like a burden. Like it will break my conscience a lot. So no, I won't do that. And I've not received anything of that sort. You know, I mean, in this work, if you don't have if you don't have reputation in this work, and your focus will be to collect money, or you are easily lured into taking money to change a story or to write a story which is not true. You know, let me just chip in this. Otabel I attend International Central Gospel Church just to be
okay. That's fine.
Just to come clear.
Yeah.
So one day he was preaching, and the title of the message was name. So he was like, from the time that you are giving birth to up to the time you die, when they are writing the date on your tombstone, they write, let's say from 1944 to 2001. So the dash in between is what you did, and that is your name, and that name sticks forever.
Yeah.
When you are dead and gone, you are like, what did you do? What did you stand for? Did you stand for someone who easily gets lured into doing something? You see? So if you know what you are about, you know the name you want to couch for yourself. I don't think taking money to change a story. No, I won't. I won't do that. I'm not an angel, but no.
A lot of trained, qualified journalists are leaving the profession. I'm sure you have mates and even colleagues who have left, some of them into other aspects of communication or entirely different fields. What is accounting for this attrition that we are experiencing?
It's all boils down to money, and probably poor remuneration. So if the perception out there is that there is a lot of money in this profession. So when people don't have the passion for the job and they enter and they realize that no, it's not that glittering. They saw the gold from afar, but it was glittering, and it's no longer glittering, and then they decide to leave. And then others to fall out of love. Let me put it that way. They fall out of love, so they find another thing to do. So yeah.
From where you sit, does journalism pay?
Okay, so you see, when we were going to school, and our teachers will give us our report card, and then there is a section there that they write more room for improvement. Yeah, so that is my response.
So there is more room for improvement.
Yeah.
Would you advise a family member or some friend or anybody that comes to seek your opinion or your counsel to take journalism as a profession? Would you advise the person to go ahead?
Well, first of all, I'll find out if it's the person's passion. Because honestly, if you don't have passion for something, and then because someone is doing it, you admire the person, so you also want to do it, you hit a roadblock. I mean, and when you hit that roadblock, you will not be able to overcome it. But when you have that passion, nothing will draw you back. So first of all, I'll ask the person if it is the person's passion to pursue journalism. If yes, I will encourage the person to pursue.
Should journalists be licensed?
Well, I would say yes and no. Yes and no, because in Ghana, the likelihood of the licensing process being abused is high. You can attest to the fact that most things are either NPP or NDC.
That's right.
And so if you are going to get licensed, we are going to have licensed media men and media personalities. The likelihood of you being tagged an MPP member and you not being given the the license, especially when there is NDC in power, there's a likelihood. And then when there is MPP in power, there's also the likelihood of only the affiliated media houses getting licensed.
That's
okay,
right.
so if you have someone who genuinely have the passion for the job and you want the person to get licensed, these are some of the things that will draw it back. Okay, but that is why we have GJA. We have National Media Commission. We have, so they are the organizations that act as checks and balances for the media. And hence, I don't think there should be a license, there should be license for them, because once there is those two organizations that act as checks, why would you want to get someone licensed? They are already under checks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get your point. For those of you that do online journalism, what kind of challenge or opportunity has social media brought to you?
Yeah. So as I said, social media has added to our work. Okay. Even though you might have some information on social media which might not be true, but it gives you a lead. So when it gives you that, it is up to you, the journalist or the media house, to follow on that lead and to verify whether it is correct or not. Okay, so they have added to our work, and then they even, I mean, you can't have it all rosy. As I said, they should see the difference between social media and real media. Social media can put the story out there without facts.
That's right.
But it's up to the real media to add the facts to it, add follow-ups, speak to those involved. Don't speak to one side, speak to both sides. And if the other side doesn't respond, you just add it to it. We tried reaching out to the other side, but they couldn't respond. So then there is a balance, there is fairness.
You said earlier on that your desire was to become a newscaster. Was it for radio or TV? What were you looking at?
TV.
TV.
For TV, yeah.
Okay. When you went to Despite Media for the first time, was UTV in operation?
No, UTV had not started.
Okay. Now, when you were told to do online journalism, why didn't you tell them you wanted to be a newscaster so that at least they would have started you from radio while you wait for UTV to be born?
Despite Media, our target is the local input.
Yes.
So it's Akan. It's an Akan-based media house.
Okay.
And Manchi and Akan, to say terrible is an understatement. Even though I can speak Chi all right, but it's not like the one for radio or television. If you've listened to radio newscasters and TV newscasters, you know how they sound like. I can't, maybe unless I'm trained or something, but I can't see myself, giving the news in a can, or the opepepepe that they nah. So when I was glad I was sticking to I was glad I was sticking to the online section. Sorry, I was glad I was sticking to the online section because that is English. I write my stories in English, and then it's posted online. But it didn't even occur to me to tell them I am for my interest is in television. As an intern, you can't you go where you are taken, okay? Because that is not where that is not where you are going to say no. I want to be on TV, so I won't go where
Is that dream of becoming a TV newscaster still with you, or you have abandoned it?
No, I've not abandoned it. I've not at all. It's still there. I mean, I would love to be on TV to telecast. Yeah, I would really love to be on TV. So I've not relegated it at all. I love my online team anyway, I do. But when an opportunity comes for TV, yeah, I think I'll give it a try.
Have you ever been threatened in the line of duty before because of a story you did?
Like in person or as a media house?
No, it could be, I'm not talking about a legal threat, but I'm talking about a threat to your life. It could be an SMS, a phone call or something threatening you because of a story you did or you put
No, personally, not at all. Personally, not at all. I mean, no, I haven't. But I remember during the, I think after the 2020 election, yeah, after the 2020 election, the party that lost, they felt the figures we put out there were not accurate, even though it was just like what the EC announced, but they felt we added some figures to it, so they were threatening to come and beat us up. So we were a bit shaken, but by the grace of God, we had the military and then the police officers. Our bosses called them, so yeah, so they came in front, and then they were able to prevent people from entering to cause any harm. Okay, but
how scared were you?
Personal, yeah, very scared, and I don't know if you know. I mean, I don't like confrontation. I don't like fights. I don't like conflict. Anywhere there is conflict, you see me taking the other. And so, one thing I'm grateful for, I'm not saying those who go out there, I mean, during elections, because we work online, we we are focusing on the figures that are coming in and then all that. But I've not had the experience of going to the polling station where a fight will occur, and I don't know what I would do. I don't know, but I just, I don't like conflict. So that when we heard that, we were like, what? No, then I won't go home. I was staying in the office. And then our bosses were like, no, we have the police there. So they educated us on what to do. Maybe while going to sit in a car or, so, I mean, anyway, that's
Did you sleep in your house that day or you slept in the office?
During the threat or when they threatened
us? Yes, the day they wanted to charge on you and the police came to protect your office.
No, we stayed in the office to the next day. Oh, no, we stayed in the office to the next day. Yeah, so we went home the next day.
Let's say some 10, 15 years from now, if you have the opportunity to also enter the lecture hall to train the next set of upcoming journalists and communication professionals, is it something you will consider?
Yeah, I will. It's something that I would consider because teaching is also in my blood, apart from journalism.
Okay.
I think I thought for 6 years, 6 years or 8 years. No, 6 years. Okay. After SS,
Okay.
After SS, yeah, I taught for 4 years. Then I went to the training school. I went to the teachers training school.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it was a private one, and we didn't know it was online.
Oh.
So it was closed down.
Oh, wow. Too bad. Wow.
It was closed down. So I had to come home, but we were trained to be teachers anyway. So it's something I would love to do, apart from going on TV to read my news. You know, it's part of the dream.
Let me pull the brakes here. And thank you very much for your time. This has been exciting.
Thank you.
This has been PENSDOWN, Journalism Journeys. That's what we talk here. Today, I was joined by Rebecca Addo Tetteh. She is one of the key people when you go to peacefmonline.com under the Despite Media Group and you are reading stories, just look out for her name. She's one of the most experienced on the table, and the stories that come out, be it controversial or informative, you might just see her name under it. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Truly grateful.
Thank you. And I want to just chip in something quickly.
Go ahead.
I'm part of PEP Ghana.
Okay.
PEP Ghana. I don't know if you heard about it. People empowering people. So we have branches in other African countries, but we are forming a new one in Ghana. And so people should be on the lookout. We need members to join. And our aim is basically to empower the youth. I mean, to give them skills, empower them to be creative. And, you know, so as you know, the youth, they are leaders. Okay. So, I mean, be on the lookout for PEP Ghana.
Right. That's some, I don't want to say breaking news, but when the journalist decides to choose my platform to drop this one, then you know something is cooking. This has been PENSDOWN. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next time with another episode.